Super quick video. Unison's just dropped a new plugin. Whoa. Amazing. But I'm going to tell you why I'm not going to get it and not really that interested in it. But I'm going to tell you if there's anything here that I think is good or bad, just looking from the marketing perspective. I'm partway through watching a video from a content creator on it. He played a couple of chords and was instantly amazed. But we'll discuss a little bit about how I made my chords and learned how to do it. And I didn't require any not AI, but any mathematical algorithms to automatically produce the MIDI from the rules of fifth, or the wheel of fifths, chords, whatever. I won't play the video, get copyright strike. We won't read the blurb either, because that's always the same on every single plugin they do. Just basically copy and paste it and change the colours and that's job done. So it's basically like Bass Dragon, but with higher octave notes and a genie. Wonderful. You might be infringing on Aladdin with that genie there, very similar to Disney Aladdin genie. Like almost identical actually, but yeah. I don't think they will let that happen. Tut tut tut. What the pros say. Oh, this one says turret. I just said tut tut tut. Interesting. Really beautiful chords here. Grammy Award winning producer Elengilo. Thing is though, if you've got a keyboard and you play the keys, it's very similar to what I said about buying chord packs, you know, because then when anybody ever hears your music, it's like, oh well, we know we didn't play those chords when you did play the chords. You know, I wouldn't advertise something like this or do a paid promotion for something like this, because I can create chords, and I do create chords, and I've been doing it for like it's about 2006, 2007 is when I learned how to do chords, mostly by muscle memory. You do it enough times then you'll remember it. I originally started by drawing it first and then playing it in afterwards, and what happened was I used to panic that I'd come up with an idea chord wise or melody wise, and then if I didn't capture it, didn't write it down, didn't record it, you know, I would forget it. But it turned out that even weeks later, after when I'm playing around just doing improv, those chords just come out again. They just come out again. It's like, oh, I played those like 2 weeks ago. It's like my brain just remembers where they are and I just play them. And most of the time with the chords I use, I keep it so it's able to be played with 5 fingers, not really moving too much around the keyboard. You don't need to be a musical keyboard savant or a master piano player to come up with chords for hip hop or R&B or plug and B or whatever, drum bass. And of course, after how many years I've been doing this? Since 2006. So everything I've done is saved, and I could just go back at any time and grab any chords I made from the past and just reuse them and move them around a little bit. Sometimes I'll use someone else's MIDI, occasionally, and I'll add my own stuff on top. But yeah. Maybe we'll show some demos later on. It's supposed to be a short video because it takes like 3 hours to upload a 10-minute video on this flipping mobile internet. So yeah, lots to talk about with chords and how to create them. I'll do a whole dedicated video showing you my process. You don't need any of this chord generator stuff to do it. It's not exactly very difficult, because remember there's only 12 keys and you just copy those up the octaves. So it's not that difficult for you to actually memorize those 12 keys, and for your muscle memory, your brain to remember where your fingers are on those 12 keys. Yeah, and then your other hand as well, of course. You know, and if you play within the octave as well, within the key. So if you're playing the keys up this side, you play the keys with the left side, but normally I keep it simple with the left side, like Scott Storch style. So you see Scott Storch, he'll have 2 fingers on his left hand playing the low notes, and then he'll just do the melody like this with 1 note being pressed at a time. Occasionally he'll do 2 notes, holds the blunt like this, the
his spliffy smokes in the hand like that, and then he'll play with these two fingers, with his thumb and his finger. It's a bit confusing anyway, but it's not that incredible. So, minor chords. We won't play any of that. It's all copyright protected. I'm not exactly being negative about this plugin either. I haven't seen anything to be negative about so far. I'm just saying I don't need it. So it's alright. It looks pretty decent. It's got the wheel of fifths there, so chord selection, and just the usual design of all the bass dragon and the MIDI wizard and the rest of it. It's all the same sort of thing. And if you like it, then you probably want to collect them all, which is probably what they're banking on. So let's go down. Amazing. I'm not going to read any of this. I'm just talking about why I'm not going to buy it. But we will talk really quickly about how they say it's AI. It's not AI.
It's not AI.
It's not AI. They used AI to generate the chords, the chord mathematics to select the chords for the plugin, but the chords are already preset in the plugin through a mathematical equation that's pre-laid in the plugin, which isn't AI. It's the same generative tool that games like Sims use to create custom or unique characters with a few clicks of a button, right, to generate them. Yeah, it's not AI. To build Chord Genie's creation engine, we spent a full year testing different methods with a single goal of achieving truly pro-sounding chord progressions. That pro-level stuff again. You can have the best chords in the world, but if you're not very good at marketing or branding yourself, you're never going to get anywhere. That's why some of the most terrible producers and terrible beat makers and singers and everything get somewhere simply through marketing and throwing money at it. Yeah. Interesting. But yeah, if you're a newbie, I suppose it could be useful. Let's go down, just scroll down and see the price real quickly so we can compare it with Reason's offering, because I use Reason, so we'll compare it with Reason Studio's offering. To get 50% off, and we've got to scroll down like a million miles down to get the price. So the standard price is $97, which is not terrible, believe it or not. I don't think that's actually a terrible price for this plugin. In full price, $97. Reason Studios sells their devices for between £50 and £99. That's dollars, so what's that less than pounds in it? It's like what's that, £75? So the sale price would be about £30. And I think that's actually a decent price for a plugin like this, so I'm not going to knock it. So I only knock things when they're actually genuinely ripping off. I mean, like, the Drum Monkey was like $300 or something like that. That's ridiculous. This is a much more reasonable price to me for their plugins. So no, I can't knock them for that. It's alright. 50% discount. That's alright. So it looks okay from what I've seen with it. It's a decent plugin. Nothing to say bad about it, to be honest with you. Can't knock it for its price, but I don't need it because I already have Reasons. Let's have a look. I'll tell you real quickly. Let's have a look. So I already have this. I bought this Reason chord sequencer. And it has to crash while I'm trying to do this. I don't want to edit the video. Don't make me edit the video, damn you. So chord sequencer, player device, Reason Studios. They don't say it's AI, even though it's using exactly the same techniques almost as that plugin from Unison. And basically what this does is it selects chords. I can't show you because it's not showing me an image. Where is it? Oh dear. Well, anyway, it's got these little buttons there which you press, and it shows you what chords are best to press or best to have, and it generates chords. Reason's done their own video on it. Check it out, I'll leave it in the description. That to me is better. But even if you didn't have that and you still had Reason, you could use just the scaling chords, which comes with Reason and allows you to play chords with just one key, which is quite useful. You get loads of stuff like that, yeah, loads of chords, play around with that pretty easily, come up with something. Or you can just simply press the keys and then use the chord sequence use the chord player to correct the chords. So if you play it wrong, it will just correct it and keep it in key, which is pretty standard across most keyboards now and most chord plugins. You know, chord mode. Kind of lazy, but you know, whatever. Originally I drew everything in with a mouse, clicked all the notes in with a mouse and just learned how to do it, and eventually come up with something really nice. But that's it, that's my thoughts on the release of the new MIDI Genie from Unison. Price is decent from what I've seen from it so far. It's a fine plugin for the full price of about £75 or $97, and it's half price, which is not bad. So I can't complain about the price. Much more better priced than their previous plugins in the same range. That was one of my major complaints about it. So yeah, if you want it, go and get it. But I've got this, and I can create chords myself, so I don't need it. But yeah, that's it.
About rags to riches, more about how I mastered physics. In the game I used to train like Rocky, catching chickens. I was nice, but they was right when they told me that rapper business. I had 10 bands in my stash when I passed over $500,000. Come easy, no good, don't be surprised I'll last these niggas. It's like they put out and smash, then they gone in a flash and minute. And then they make tracks and disses like that's gonna add up the digits. They showing fake racks and pictures like that's gonna attract the bitches. That was really me, nigga. I ain't have to act it conflicted. Only difference is I'm living, and I would've whacked one of them niggas who knew that after drug dealing I still be casual, spending $1 million plus annual income. So here's my manual, then some. And this east side shit still in me. My ability to turn words to imagery, probably the reason they gon' remember me. Figure walk this tightrope with a feline's agility. The streets did so much shit to me I could never live civilly. I could never lead a scene without checking my mirrors visually.